What's up, guys? MMAGAME here, bringing you another video. This video is the next episode of the EA Sports UFC 3 wish list series, where I feature your guys' comments and I go through them and leave a little suggestions of my own. I want to thank you guys for all the comments you left on the last episode, and if you want to be featured in the next episode, make sure to leave your comments in this video, but try to not repeat ones that you already seen. So kind of read through the comments and leave something that you haven't seen before or that I haven't spoke of in a video. But starting things off, we got AKN Legacy right here. He says there should be a better story in career mode like FIFA 17 or WWE 2K17, and Bruce Buffer announces your fighter's full name. Well, I actually agree with both those things. I haven't played either one of those games, so I don't know how those story modes are, but I actually like story modes instead of career modes. It's sort of like where there's actually a story, kind of like Fight Night, where, you know, there was like a story to it and cutscenes and all that. I really like that more than just your stat building career mode type of thing. So I would like to see a story mode too, and then Bruce Buffer announcing your full name instead of just, I think he just does the nickname now, so that would definitely be cool for him to say your full name. They'd have to probably add some first names and then have that. I don't know how much work that would be, but I agree with both of that. So thank you, AKN Legacy, for the comment. Moving on to the next one, we got Suzy, who's saying, can you please translate your video to Portuguese? He loves the channel. So if any of you guys know Portuguese and there is a way on YouTube to actually translate the videos and put captions. If you guys know how to do that and you're in a different language, then feel free. I would greatly appreciate that. So Suzy, if anyone in the comments knows Portuguese and knows how to translate, then you can help them out. But thank you for the comment. Coming up next, we got Sports FC. He's got a whole list of stuff here, so here's what he wants. He wants the colored Reebok trunks. We covered that. John Anik commentating, dynamic commentary. That'd be cool with multiple 3 people. That'd be cool. KO mode online. That's actually interesting. I've never heard anyone say that yet, but that would be, I actually really want that too. So that's a really good one. That would be so fun to play KO mode online, especially if there was like a like ranking to it. You know, that'd be crazy. But here we go. Number 5, update fighter roster as the fighters make debut, so we can simulate the entire card. Okay, I think you're talking about the like live updates for the roster. I think they tried to do that with the patches, but it is quite a bit of work. But number 6, more venues such as T-Mobile. That's always good, more venues. Although I don't really think that's a high priority. I don't really care, because usually in the game you can't really tell too much of a difference. Fouls committed, that'd be interesting. I don't know how that would play out online, but that would be cool. Create a venue, that would be cool as well. Gyms, sick of seeing Joe Silva, Mike Dolce in the corner. Okay, yeah, so he just wants more cornermen and stuff. New ABC rules, that I don't know how that would play out in the game. Bruce Buffer changes tuxedos. Okay. Have man versus women matchup. There's no way they're doing that, probably. There's no way. For women, have different Reebok tops. So just more Reebok stuff, more colors, more refs. They want John McCarthy. Weight cutting in career mode, that's interesting. Press conference in career mode, that would be cool too. In-house moments during tough. Tournament mode, whether tough house or not. Interim titles. Import your own walkout music. The walkout music, I don't know if they could do it for the copyright stuff. But all the other stuff, you got some really good ones in here. Thank you, Sports FC, for the comment. And my favorite one that you put was the KO mode online. I definitely want to see that too. So let me know if you guys agree with any of these comments as well. And here we go. Next one, we got Corey Caldwell. I want them to make it so any kicks take more stamina. Every fight I get into is against spam kickers that do nothing but spam kicks and maintain near full stamina. I've never seen a real MMA fight where someone only used kicks. So I know exactly what he's talking about. If you guys play a lot of ranked, you'll definitely run into this. It's where they just throw tons of kicks, whether it be leg kicks, body kicks. It's mainly a lot of body kicks and head kicks. I have to agree with them pretty much 100%, because the kick should take more stamina than a punch because it's, you know, it just seems that way. I mean, you're using a lot more. Well, basically, it should, in the game, if the kicks usually do more damage than a punch. Now, I don't know why that usually is, but definitely head kicks and stuff tend to do more damage. There's stats involved in everything, but generally, I think kicks should take more stamina than punches, so it would also give you more of a reason to throw the punches. Right now, it's like it's just a bunch. It's really kick heavy, so I definitely agree with Corey. I think they should address the kicks and sort of tone them down and maybe make them take a little bit more stamina so people can't throw them so often. So here we go. Thank you, Corey, for the comment. On to the next one. We got D Jones 97. He says he wants to keep the blood on the mat. Now this one, I'm pretty sure the blood does stay on the mat, but I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like it gets pretty bloody. But you know, people always want more blood. Here we go, number 2, draws and offline. We've already said that in the last one. So multiple people I've been seeing want the draws. So me, I couldn't really care about that, but a lot of people seem to want it. Unique fighter celebrations. This is cool. Hopefully, I think you're probably talking about like something where you can pick different animations than just like one set celebration, because that would really be cool. Like, you know, maybe have maybe you don't want to do everything that a fighter does, but you want a certain part, like maybe jump off the cage like John Dotson, then kind of fall on the ground in celebration, or jump up on the cage afterwards or something. So that would be cool. Flash knockouts. This one sort of surprised me because I forgot, but I was watching some footage of EA MMA and I remembered the flash knockouts, and they actually pretty much removed flash knockouts from this game. Now, they can happen in UFC 2, EA UFC 2, but it's so super rare. And when they do happen, it's like, sort of like, it's, I don't know, it just doesn't really feel right. But I definitely think that they should bring back flash knockouts, but they need to have it so it actually makes sense, like where it's on a huge counter, perfectly timed strike or something like that, and it still needs to be pretty rare. But I wouldn't mind, especially in the heavier weights, you know, if you land a big overhand on somebody, you know, just put them out, you know, especially if you time it perfectly. I would not be opposed to the flash knockouts. I think it adds a level of suspense, and it makes fighters be on their toes, and it adds a little bit of fear and nervousness, sort of like a real fight, when you know that those flash knockouts are in there. So number 5, he says AI needs to fight more like the actual fighter. Well, that's always the case. They always got to improve on the AI, I think, so I agree with that one. Number 6, and UFC Moments mode where you can replay UFC main history events. So I think Moments mode, I'm not sure what you mean by that. D Jones, let me know what you mean by that last one in the comments of this video, but thank you for the comment. Moving on to the next one, we got Shadow Beast 23, open lobbies like in NBA 2K17. That would be so sick. Now, I think someone actually said this about in the last video as well, but it seems like more people want this, and let me know in the comments for this video what exactly you mean by this. But what I interpret that as is like a gym, like an open gym where people are just kind of like doing training and stuff, and you can kind of walk up to people and challenge them to a spar or a fight. Because if that was the case, that would be insane. Like if you could do that and like maybe have like, I don't know, 20 people in there or 10 people lobbies, whatever, that would be crazy. So, you know, I think that's what you're talking about. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but that would be insane. I'm sure a lot of you guys would love that as well. I would just be going up to everyone, even if they had like way higher stats and way higher like level to me. I would just be picking on fights with like the craziest, highest person in there, and I would just be, you know, getting whooped on in sparring or something. But that would be so fun. So thank you for that comment, Shadow Beast. Moving on to the next one, we got Rise Jones. He says should only be able to parry jabs, crosses, teep kicks, and roundhouse kicks. They're only commonly parried in fights. Like you can't just parry a hook. And I actually thought about this one, and because in the last video people were talking about getting rid of the parries, and you know, a lot of people don't seem to really like the parries. So this guy actually offered a good solution to that, which it actually makes sense to me, because some strikes you can parry, you even do see parried pretty rarely in real fights, I'll admit that, but he says if you only limit the parries to certain strikes, jabs, crosses, and then the teep kicks and the roundhouse kicks like that, and then because when someone's coming up on you teeing hooks off on you, you're not going to be able to really parry that. So that makes sense to me. So let me know what you guys think about this potential solution for the parries. If you guys be happy with that, basically just limit certain strikes. And also, if you did that for the hooks, it would also give you more of a reason to throw hooks, because right now in the game, there's basically no reason to throw hooks. That they're not really that effective, just because of the other strikes, you know, have more range, can do more damage. And if you remove the ability to parry the hooks, then they're just going to be able to sit there and block it. And so I actually really like this idea. Thank you, Rise Jones, for that comment. Moving on to the next one, we got Patrick Macanos. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Wishes the UFC 3 press conferences in career mode. So this is another person who wants the press conferences in career mode. I think I've seen this in a few more comments as well. So we'll see if they do something like that. I don't know how they would do it, but press conferences are really huge in the sport. So it would be cool if they did somehow incorporate them in the next game. So thank you, Patrick, for the comment. Moving on to the next one, it's Ronan Shalhalnessy. He says interim belts for every player. I think that sort of taking a dig at the UFC there with all the interim belts, so I just thought that one was funny. So yeah, I don't know if they're going to give interim belts to everybody, but they're kind of doing that in the UFC, so we'll see if they put that into the game. Thank you for the comment, Ronan. Here we go. Next one, it is Quantum Kid. He says that he wants the weigh-in ceremony. So showing the weigh-ins, that would actually be really cool. Kind of, you could skip it if you wanted. Maybe if both people want to do that, probably be in career mode. Number 2, media and press. I don't know how they would do that, but it would be cool. Number 3, more realistic my career. Number 4, picking different fight camps. That's I don't actually know how that works in career mode now. He said he wants Mike Goldberg. Yeah, unfortunately he did get signed to Bellator, so I don't know. That is gonna actually suck to not have Mike Goldberg in the game with his voice if they have to get rid of it. I didn't even think of that till right now, but that's gonna suck. Number 6, interviews. More arenas. Someone said before, able to carry your country's flag. That's cool. That's a good idea. That's kind of cool. You don't see too many people do it, but like you're talking about in the walkouts, I think they should do a little bit more with the walkouts too if they could. And the flag option would be pretty cool. Fix the ranking system. I think someone addressed that before, but yeah, I agree with the ranking system. I think if you're playing ranked, you're trying to, and you're looking at the leaderboards. The point of it is to figure out who's the best at the game, not who plays the game the most. So I want it to be like skill based, true skill. So who's ever at the top should pretty much be like the top player should be at the top skill wise, not volume wise. So basically, again, I think if you lose a rank fight, you should go down on the leaderboards, and if you win a rank fight, you should go up. That's just what I think. Let me know if you guys agree with that in the comments below. Next up, we got Joker, and he says less damage while getting knee to the head while in the clinch. So I totally agree with this. Anything you can do to nerf that clinch, I'm all for it. I actually wouldn't mind having the clinch completely removed from the center of the cage. I'm not a fan of the clinch whatsoever. I think it kills the gameplay, kills the flow, kills the momentum, and just turns it into this weird type of game. I'm not a fan of the clinch. Now up against the cage, it's whatever, it makes sense, you know, they back up, you punish them, you put them up against the cage. But when they're just walking around in the middle of the cage and you just grab them and lock onto them like, you know, some sort of like, I don't know, where they're just stuck there, and if both people have the same strength stat or whatever, they just stay there and it's just like locked. It totally kills the speed, the skill of the game. It just goes into this weird back and forth. So I'm all for getting rid of the clinch completely. Let me know if you guys would want to do that as well, or you just want to nerf it down. Either way, the transitions definitely need to increase like dramatically, especially the escape transition in the clinch. It needs to be like super fast, because that's just what I think. But thank you, Joker, for the comment. Moving on to the next one, we got Aaron Hedgenberger. He says, I would like to have a new game mode, kind of like the WWE 2K universe, where you act as the GM for the UFC, book book fighters for different pay-per-views, fight nights, etc. It should also be realistic with injuries, which could include medical suspension, and to also be able to book the events for continuous years. It's a lot to ask, but I'm hoping they do it. So I know exactly what he's talking about, and I remember they had that in the old, I mean, I think they still have it in the WWE games. I just haven't played it since a long time, but basically, like, you kind of just run the mode. You're not as much like a fighter per se. You're sort of just like managing everything, and a lot of people like doing that. So I don't know. It does seem like a lot of work. Like he said, they could do it. But let me know if you guys want to see what Aaron's saying here as well in the comments below. Thank you for the comment. And moving on to the next one, we got Max Ruthless, who says, bring back that knee THQ had. You can time when someone shoots for a takedown. And someone else agrees. SS4 says, yeah, those knees would put annoying Panic wrestlers to sleep. Now, if you guys didn't play UFC Undisputed 3, you probably don't know what he's talking about. It was basically this little check knee that they had that was just really, really deadly. And it was basically you like held back and then hit the knee button, and you could kind of just spam it every time you thought someone was going to shoot for a takedown, and it would just totally knock them down, and it was really good. Now, what I actually want is a mix between that counter knee and the counter knee in EA MMA, where it sort of grabbed them. Like, I like the animation in EA MMA better, but they both kind of serve the same purpose. So with THQ it was a strike. With EA MMA it was a grapple. It was like a takedown deny. So if you sort of mix those and did it, I don't know if you guys would rather want it on a takedown deny or just the strike. Either way, I wouldn't mind, but I want the animation to look realistic and like kind of grab them, push them back a little bit, and like grab and then knee them in the head and then knock them down or something, or counter them. So I definitely agree with Max Ruthless. I think there needs to be some sort of counter knee like that, some deadly little punishment for people who do try to spam takedowns. And so thank you for the comment, Max, and everyone else. And those are gonna be the comments for this episode. I got through as many as I could. I know this video went a little bit long. If you guys are still listening, I want to thank you very much. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you want to see more of these. Also comment your own comments down below. Stay tuned for more stuff coming, guys. We got some t-shirts on the way. We got some hats. We got some stuff coming in the works behind the scenes. I want to thank you guys again for stopping by the live stream. So follow me on twitch.tv and Twitter. Till next time, this has been MMAGAME. Peace.